Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. Let's see, is anybody there? Hello, my friends. Wednesday evening. Posh Chalking and WoodUbending. This is Angela. So my name is Angela. I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a WoodUbend retailer over here in Frankfurt in Germany. So welcome to Germany. So when you join me, just let me know where you're watching from and say hi to me. And if you haven't done it yet, guys, please pop over to my page. Hi, Sharon. And leave me a like there. I do quite a bit of videos in English and some in German also. Hi, WoodUbend. Thank you so much for having me. Tonight we will work on this little storage cube. It's also a seat, so you can sit on there. It's already been painted, and tonight we're going to first do some stenciling. I'm going to use the Posh Chalk stencil Solis Lace. So I was looking for the right project to use that, so this is the one I'm using tonight. This is a negative stencil, so basically those white things you see here, this is basically what is going to come through at the end. And this will be this turquoise. So if you want to have, for example, if you really want to have like a lace like this, and you want to have like white coming through, like, you know, like a proper lace, so to say, you paint it white and then you lay the stencil on it and you stencil with a different color. I don't want to have it like white lace. I want to have it colored, and I'm going to stencil with the Posh Chalk pigments. Pretty colorful, and okay, that's a new one. I have to open a new one. You can see the green phthalo. I still can't pronounce it correctly, guys. I'm sorry, I'm German after all, but you know what I mean. Hi, Manhase. Hi, Nina. Hi, Jill. Hi, Catherine. Thank you for joining me, guys. Those are the colors I've chosen: green phthalo, orange gold, and red magenta, which are beautiful colors, and they're not too clashy with that piece, but they're, you know, just giving a little bit of interest. And it's not going to be like a solid stencil. It's supposed to be just like a little bit of a shimmer. And then we're going to apply, hang on, I need some more hands. Where's my cameraman? I need some more hands. And then we're going to apply some WoodUbends. I've got like this cute centerpiece, which is the 2098. Look at that. That's so sweet, isn't it? That's so sweet. So I'm going to use that also on the front here. And we are going to use the ornament 13, 82 and 83. They come in a pair. So that's why they're called 82, 83 basically. They come in a pair. And I'm going to show you how you can cut them apart, how you can sand sharp edges and stuff like that. So let's start with stenciling. I'm going to talk to you about the WoodUbends when we get to those. And guys, if you want to shop the products, pop over to the WoodUbend page. WoodUbend, can you put the link to the local retailer page in place so that the people can find their local retailer wherever you are watching from? So I believe there's people from all over the place. And hallo liebe Ute, schön, dass du da bist. Also some of my friends, so thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. So I'm firstly going to mix myself the pigments, and I need another jar. I knew I forgot something. I need another, no, here they are. Another jar, and I just got like some glass jars or something like that. I'm going to dilute them in. I'm going to dilute them in the Posh Chalk infuser. So there's just like a tiny little bit left in here. I'll see if that's gonna last. Otherwise, I'm going to reopen a new one. But I've got, you know, I cover that with a plastic bag and put the lid on to make sure, because I'm pretty messy. My lids or my tops are most of the time pretty dirty, and when that dries, you won't get it back open. So that's the reason I'm using that plastic bag in between. I've got my baby wipes with me, one of my most important tools also. So then I'm just going to start with some of the pigments. I want to have, this is the orange gold. The pigments, guys, if you don't know the pigments are, hi Michaela. The pigments are, hi Michelle, you're there also, that's great. The pigments are in the powder form, and you can dilute them either in some sort of a top coat or something like that, preferably water-based, or you use the Posh Chalk infuser, which is perfect for it. And the nice thing about it is you can basically control yourself how rich you would like to have your mixture. If you want to have like a really thick mixture to cover it up on the first go, or if you want to have more like a wash or a shimmer, this is basically, you can control that yourself. So this is pretty handy. So as I just want to have like a little bit of a shimmer, more of a shimmer, probably using a little more of the infuser. So that in. That's the green dangle. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'll never get it. Some things will never change, guys. I always forget to put something out when I do my lives, and I can't pronounce it, but those words. That's so closing that up straight away. So don't sneeze into them, otherwise you'll be covered in dust. So, salute. Oh, salute. I didn't drink my coffee. So, I don't know what the time is at your, where you're watching from. It is about 10 past 8 p.m. over here. So, that's my evening coffee to stay awake and create with you. I'm going to need another, there we go. Just another scoop for the third color, which is the red magenta, which is like a little bit of an orangey red. Very pretty also. So if you have some questions, guys, 10 past 2 p.m. in Virginia. Oh, you've got the same time in Spain. I thought, oh no, this is about the summertime. We're about the same time, you know. So that's ages ago when I was a kid. We were 1 hour apart because we didn't have summertime here. So let's see. Is that in? And water. Now I'm going to add some of the infuser into it. Get a spoon. Sorry guys. Just did that. Here we go. Hiding from me. There's no chance, there's no way hiding from me. So, Cindy in Clifton Park, New York also. Hallo Vera, schön, dass du da bist. So, okay, guys. I'm just putting a little in here. As I said, I want to have it a little thinner this time. So I'm going to see what this is going to be like. I'm going to make 2 scoops in here, or maybe I'll do 3. So I'll do 3. So this is going to be, that's finished. That's finished. Finally got it. So with the orange gold, you can see it really nicely. It turns into liquid metal straight away, which is very, very pretty. So it is, it doesn't only look like liquid metal. It basically turns into liquid metal because there is real metal pigments in there. So that's the reason this is like that. So, and I prefer to put the pigments in first and then add the infuser to it. Mix it up nicely to make sure that there's no lumps in there or something like that, and all the powder is diluted. So look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. So there we go. One. Just pull that off quickly. And the green, Darlo, however you pronounce that. It is, isn't it, Michelle? So you know, I'm not really into gold, but I really love the Posh Chalk. They are also, they have like they have in the pigments 3 different golds. They have orange gold, lemon gold, Byzantine gold, pale gold. 4. There are 4 different golds in the pigments. So this is the green Phthalo. There we go. And then we have the red magenta, which is a beautiful color also. I think the red magenta is totally underestimated. You don't see that very often, and it is very, very pretty. It is very, very pretty. Let's see. Mix it up. It's got like a golden undertone also. And look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. It's a bit orangey red. So, okay. For stenciling, I've got today. I'm doing it with a sponge. You can do that with a. Stencil brush. You can do that with a sponge. Whatever you wanna do. Some pigments on there. So now, let's see which way we're gonna go. I'm gonna take the lid off a little bit so you can see what we're doing. And so as this is pretty big, I'm going to tape that down a little bit because I know my talent. I've already received my hashtag Master of Disaster, so who is following me knows why that is. So put the lid down for now. So I'm just placing that. Doesn't need to be square or anything, so as this is basically just you can add some spray glue or something like that on the stencil, which I am not doing. I'm just basically holding that down now. I'm using my sponge. This is just like a craft sponge. And is it, Michelle? Oh, Nina, I'm used to drinking cold coffee. So that's so now I'm just like dipping my sponge in there. Oh, look how that is. Look how that orange gold is. Beautiful. So I'm wiping it off. And then I'm just gonna go around. So this is still pretty solid. Even I've used quite a lot of the infuser, but it's going to be pretty. This is not going about the perfect cat is snoring in the background, I'm sorry. This is not about the perfect stenciling. So if there's areas which are not covered, that's fine. I'm going to start at the bottom here now. If it leaks under the stencil, that's no problem also. That just goes perfectly with that look. We are going for You know, with those things, they don't need to be perfect for me. So it depends, you know. If you want to have it perfect, just make sure that you touch it up gently. I always wipe it off on the glass also because the sponge takes up quite a bit of the... And I'm just going in a dabbing motion. I don't want to have it run under under the stencil too much, but if it does a little, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. That stencil is ever so pretty. I think I'm not going to use the blue phthalo because this is for me not contrasting enough. I'm going to stay with the orange gold and with the red magenta. So I'm using the same sponge. I'm going to the other side and dabbing it in here, wipe it off and go from there. Go over into the orange gold also to mix those two a little up. It looks a complete mess at the moment. Now I know what I forgot, guys. I knew it. I usually have something I can put my stencil in right after I've used it with some water, so this is not drying in the stencil. So I just knew it. I just knew it. I always think I'm perfectly prepared. Is that just a bit which wasn't... this is brand new, that stencil. It's the first time I'm using it, as I said. So, go down. So we had, I mean, it is end of May. We just had like nightmare weather over here. It is so cold. It is so cold. It's not fun. So it should really be a lot warmer, and there's just no way you can sit outside or do anything outside. It's pouring cats and dogs today and yesterday and the day before yesterday. So I'm just doing it quickly. I'm gonna have a little bit more of the orange gold, I think, in the middle. Let's see. Just gonna check if I like it like that. Oh, that's actually quite cute. Quite cute. I could lift it up because I had a tape on the top there, so that's fine at the moment. I can place it down in the area where I had it before. So I'm just going to come back a little with the orange gold. Just randomly. What the look I'm going for. Do you like stenciling? I love stenciling. That's one of my favorites, actually. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. Leave it a little there. So it's a bit bubbly there, so I'm just taking it off a little. I've got it on my fingers, that's no problem, as all the things are water-based. Oh, hi Yvonne, I was missing you. I hope you're all right. Fur baby woke up. She wakes up and she always thinks she's alone, so she screams. So now I'm lifting that up. Here you go. Now I'm lifting that up. I'm going to place that quickly in the sink. I'm just going to put that, look how shiny that is. I'm going to put it like that, and then you can see, you can watch it. Be right back. Sorry, guys. Gotta put that in the water, otherwise I'm not getting the stuff off. So, I'm back. Because those pigments, they dry pretty solid on almost everything. You can also use them on glass. If the glass is nice and clean, squeaky clean, it's even lasting on glass. So okay, that's what it looks like now. Isn't that pretty, that stencil? And it's so shimmery. That is gorgeous. So I'm going to dry that quickly. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good, Yvonne. That's the main thing. You're all right. So, dry that quickly. Add the WoodUBends now. So, people who follow me know I'm very colorful. All my creations are very colorful, so you might think, oh my goodness, that is bright. It is bright. I like it that way. I like it that way. So I think I'm going to put that lid on so I know how far I can go. As the lid goes a little bit over the edge here. And so can you see? I think I'm going to bring you a little closer in now, so you can basically see what we are doing. Hang on. Hang on. Instagram. Oh, I hope Instagram you could see. I always forget that you are in a different angle. So, but I hope you could see what I was doing. Hi, Betty. Oh, Michelle, that's good. I inspired you. I like that. I like that. So, you've got to support those WoodUbends and Posh Chalks because they do beautiful, beautiful projects and items, and absolutely fantastic. Guys, now we come to the WoodUbends. The WoodUbends are, they look like wood, they behave like wood. They've got secret ingredients. Nobody's telling us, even I don't know. I use them a lot, but I don't know. What I do know, when they are in a cold state, they are solid. So they're like wood, they are solid. You can drill them, you can saw them, you can sand them, you can carve them, you can break them if you have a fragile item, obviously, you know. But when you break them, you can reunite them. So that's no problem also. So if you accidentally break one, you can attach them back together. You won't see that it was broken before. That's a great thing about it. Breathe. I'm talking. Yes, thank you. Thank you, WoodUBend, for putting in the link. That's great. When they're in a warm state, they are flexible, which is absolutely brilliant because you can basically shape them around any shape you can think of. You can shape them around edges. You can shape them around bottles, jars, corners. You know, if you have like a trim, for example, you can put it around corners. They come in, I don't know how many thousands of different motifs. They have like centerpieces, they have ornaments, they have trims. Loads of different things. I'm sure there's like for every taste there is something you can find. So I'm using that centerpiece, which is the 2098. I have to look on this thing. I haven't got like all the numbers in my head. Sorry guys. That's the 2098. I already got it on the griddle. You can warm those up with I've got it laying on the griddle to make it warm. You can warm it up with a hairdryer. You can warm it up with a heat gun. Yeah, that's basically it works with all those things. You can use an embossing gun also. With a hairdryer or embossing gun, it takes a little longer than with a heat gun, but it's a lot safer. I can tell you, everybody, there's like my followers, when they get that thing out, they're like already panicking, calling 911 because I'm, as I said, the master of disaster. So I've got that laying on the griddle. What's the time? Yeah, time. To make that nice and warm. So there you can see that's now hot and nice and bendy. So this is also perfect because when we apply it onto the surface, it snuggles itself onto the surface, and you're not harming any of the details. So I'm just putting it down there. To apply that, you use good quality wood glue, and there was too much. I'm sure that was too much. Sometimes I've got to get my baby wipes close. I've got to get my baby wipes close to me. Wood glue is water-based, so if you have too much on there, you can... Yeah, that's far too much. That's far too much. That's me. That's me. Hang on. I need another hand, please. There. I just put it in their jar. I use it for the other bits. It was a bit too generous. I'm a generous person. So you put enough on there so you can apply it onto your piece, and you spread it out all over your WoodUBend. Don't just leave it like that and expect it's going to move to the edges. Oh, Michelle, yes. Yeah, that you cover the whole back so that the glue is getting on all the areas the chance to glue to the surface you're just applying it onto. So that's what I've done now. Get it out of the way. And you can measure. I'm not a measuring person. I'm just like eyeballing. So this is going to be just like this. So I'm pressing it on here now. So this is moving, so I've probably got to hold against it from the inside with that piece. So I'm holding from the inside and making sure that it's covering the whole surface. If you feel that it's already stiffening enough, you can just reheat it to make sure it gets like snuggled onto the whole surface. If you work on a plastic piece like I'm working now, because this is not real leather, be careful you don't melt it. Do as I say, not as I do, as per usual, that you don't melt it, because plastic is sensitive. So then you just squeeze it on there. If there's any glue squeezing out on the sides, you just grab your baby wipe or a damp cloth or a wet brush or something like that, and you just wipe it off. So you can see even the that's coming off my fingers. That's it. See, yeah, that's about fine. That's about fine there. That's where I want to have it. So, the glue out of the way. Wasn't too bad. I'm usually a little messier, so I'm pretty happy with myself. What do you think? Yes, Betty, I try to do my best not to be careful. I've burned myself and done loads of things. So this is the first bit. And now I do want to have that ornament part. Where did I put it? Oh, there. So I want to have this. I mean, obviously this is like here, not gonna go pretty well anywhere. So I could use 2 around, but I don't want to have that. I want to split it up. So you can cut those also. When they are warm, they are soft, and you can cut them, which is silicone gloves. Yeah, there's lots of things I need. So you can cut those apart, and then you can basically attach it to the area I want to go to. I want to cut it in the middle here. So I've got one warmed up already on the bottom there. I'm first going to get my top board, and you can use some scissors, use a sharp knife or anything for it. There you go. And I just want to have it around here. What I didn't mention beforehand, depending how thick they are, this is about the time they need about the same time to cool down like they needed to warm up. So thank you, Yvonne. I hope so. I've got a picture in my mind, you know. So this is now, I mean, if you look at it like that, you wouldn't think that it's like one ornament beforehand, you know. So that you can make your own ornaments, you know. You use a big one, and Michelle, yes, I've got a knife, so I'm careful, as I can be. I'm careful. So now I want to align those. Let's see. I want to align those. I want to align those. Somewhere. Somewhere like this. Somewhere like this. Around. Yeah, that's what I want to have. So, but those edges, I don't like this edge here. This is, if you look at it closely, you can see that it was cut there. Instagram, you can see that here. It was cut there. So this is pretty much cooled down. You can use some sandpaper. I've just got like a pretty used up sanding sponge here. Hot water, Cindy. I wouldn't. I don't. You know, I wouldn't put them into hot water because I want to glue them on there. You know, if they are wet, it's difficult. You can. It's difficult to get them to stick. You just that's the easiest way to do that. Heat them up with a hairdryer. Everybody's got a hairdryer in his house, like us girls anyway. You know, I don't know about the gents, but us girls, they do. Yeah, with silicone, that's correct. Yeah. So as they are wood. So, and this is now nice and smooth, and now I can apply that. So again, just about in this area here. A lady, oh no, I'm going to send this part here also. This just like this edge here. And then you won't notice that it was cut in this area, which is, I think this is quite awesome. This is quite awesome. 061. I'm learning all the numbers here. So, guys, if you like it, I'm happy to see some hearts also. Am I seeing some hearts somewhere? Instagram, am I getting some hearts from you? So, okay. I'm going to put that on the griddle so that it gets nice and soft. I'm going to apply this one first. I'm using my excess because I was just too generous with that one. So this has cooled down rewind. This has cooled down, so I'm going to reheat that as soon as I've placed it on there. So this is what I was saying. Make sure you have the whole surface covered with glue to make sure it really sticks. Don't just put it in some areas that's not gonna work. And when you press it down, make sure that you press down, especially also on the edges, that they really adhere onto your piece. And don't worry, you're not damaging any of the details by doing that. Absolutely not. They are solid and nothing is going to happen to the WoodUBend piece. So now I've had that. I wanted to have that just about here. So as this one has cooled down and I want to make sure that it's really snuggling itself onto the surface, I'm gonna reheat that gently. Don't want to burn. Piece. A little more. This is a pretty thick ornament, so needs a little longer to warm up. So that's getting soft now. So then you can press it nicely on there. And then you can see that some of the glue is squashing out on the side, which is a good sign because that's a sign basically that it snuggles itself on there. So that works pretty nicely. I'm going to come in with my baby wipe to get the excess glue off the sides here. So this is now pretty intricate in those areas down there, especially in here. So I can't get in there with my baby wipe. You can use a Q-tip or something that works. I'm going to use a damp brush. I'll just add some water to that brush and just get that out. This is the only thing I do with water on that piece, but that's when it's already basically on there to get the excess glue away. But I'm not placing it into water beforehand. So there you go. It already looks quite cute, I think. It's taking shape. It's taking shape. Get the other bit. So where's my glue? Glue, 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 wood glue. And whatever surface, yeah, that's right, Cindy. That's as WoodUBend said, that might have been one of those silicone ones, you know, but those ones, the WoodUBends, they are made out of wood, so I wouldn't recommend putting them into water. You can use water to clean them up, but so again, spread the glue out evenly onto your WoodUBend. There you go. So, and as I said, they do behave like wood. So you can paint them basically with every color you can, on every paint you can actually think of. So I have this just about there. Just about there. A little, going to press from the inside. This piece is moving. So this has been laying on the griddle. So this is still nice and soft. So as I said, you can paint that with every paint you can think of. If it's some chalk paint, chalk mineral paints, oil paints, stains. You can stain them as they are porous. You can stain them beautifully. You can use acrylic paints, just any paint you can think of. And you can paint them beforehand or you can paint them afterwards. If you want to paint them shiny, I would recommend also you can paint them with the pigments I've just used. That's what I'm doing in a second also. And you can paint them with the Posh Chalk metallic paste. That works beautifully also. When you paint them beforehand, you've got to make sure that you use a flexible paint so that the paint doesn't crack when you bend it around the surface you want to have it. You know, if you have like a bottle or something like that and you're twisting it around it, some of the chalk paints, they will crack. So if you want to make sure it doesn't crack, just use some of the Posh Chalk metallic paste or the pigments or something like that. They work beautifully with it, as all those products are basically made to match each other. So get the rest of the glue off. No mess. Oops. Well, not up here anyway. So already dropping other things, but so now I'm gonna get some of my pigments and just like an artist brush, and I will paint over it. So I'm going to grab this there. I'm going to come in with my red magenta. It's a bit messy around, don't worry. So if you don't want to mess it up, it's easier to paint the things beforehand. So I'm just grabbing the baby wipe and just do it like that. I'm almost just staining it this time. It's pretty. Such a beautiful color, this red magenta. So shimmery. It really is. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is now quick painting, guys. I want to show you a result. It's already, I'm already over the time again, I guess, but that's normal for me also. Sorry, WoodUBend. I am sorry, but I'm not. I want to get that finished. So I have those things painted in red magenta. And just gently around those edges. As I said, it makes your life easier if you do paint them beforehand. If you paint the whole piece afterwards, you might as well do it like I do it at the moment, because then you can just like paint all over it. But that's good. I'm good to go. So that's good to go. That's it. A little bit around. So tiny. It's not too bad. It's not too bad for quick painting. So I'm gonna come in with my orange gold in the middle, using the same brush. But I contaminate a little. Oh, that's good. Oh, guys, I like that. I do like that. And then we're just dry brushing the blue phthalo on top. This is basically to settle all the colors which are underneath with the ones which are on top here. You can use some gilding wax on there also. Obviously, I'm just swirling it in there to make sure I've got everything covered. Can you see how shiny? Oh yeah, you can see how shiny it is. Yes, I blinged it out. I like bling, guys. You know that I like bling. I like bling. So. I like bling. Just don't be too messy around. Around the top, around the sides, and they dry really, really quick also. So this is almost dry. I'm just getting quickly my heat gun out, and then I'm gonna come in with my. Is that pretty much covered? It's pretty much covered. This is my blue phthalo. To use a different brush for that one now, I think. And I'm just going to dry brush it. I'm not sure if I got it rich enough for that. We'll see what happens. So as I said, you can. Oh, Betty, I'm seeing some hearts on Instagram. You're a star. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So now I'm just going over it. So I'm holding the brush. I just, as I said, the mixture is not very rich, and I'm holding the brush in an angle. So hardly touching the surface. Almost just like touching the high spots of this ornament to give it a little more interest and don't have it as much. Oh, I've used that one on the chair also. Oh, I forgot. On the, yeah, okay, on that yellow chair. I thought I had it. So, finished. Quick and easy. Boho, boho-y. Master of Disaster, Elfen and Helden. Bit on. So, friends, I'm gonna bring that up to you. So, look at that. Look at that bling. Isn't that cool? And how sweet is that stencil? That's absolutely gorgeous, I think. My friends, no, Jill, I didn't melt the plastic. I managed not to melt the plastic this time. I'm pretty proud of myself. So, my friends, I'll sit on there. Oh, here I am. Gotta come up. So, made it. I've made it. Okay, Instagram, I'm gonna show you half of me and half of the project. So, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that. 50 minutes. That's not too bad for me. Oh, hi, Amber. I didn't see you before. Sorry. Yes, that's Solly's lace. That's Solly's lace I used on here. So it's beautiful, isn't it? That's a gorgeous stencil. My friends, I'm so happy you joined me tonight. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a WoodUbend retailer over here in Frankfurt in Germany. So wherever you joined me from, I'm so happy that you've been with me. If you haven't done it yet, please pop over to my page, leave me a like there. That'll be absolutely fantastic. If you want to shop the products, WoodUBend has put the link to the local retailer page in there. Just check them out. They're all awesome. And I'm sure they have loads of beautiful things for you. So make sure you support them. So if you're over here in Germany, you may as well support me, but also over here we have other retailers, so it's not only me. So I'm always like for everybody, so to say. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. You take care. You have a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are watching from, and I will see you probably next Wednesday then. You take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Vera. Bye, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, Heike. Oh, good night. I didn't see you before. I'm sorry.